Hello and welcome to On the Bench, your local TV sports discussion show covering events from across Northern Lincolnshire and East Yorkshire. On the show this week, we'll take our usual look at the local sporting results from the weekend, as well as bringing you ice hockey highlights from the latest Hull Stingrays game. On top of that, we sent our cameras on location to discover what is happening at Brigg Netball Club, and we're delighted to say that we have with us in the studio tonight the founder and coach of the club, Vanessa, and sat with her one of the players, Becca. Hi, thank you very much for coming in.
Hi.
And joining us in the second half as well will be S03TV's pundit Tom Reed. We always love to see Tom, who will be talking to us and providing his reflections on a week in sport. But for now, let's turn our attention to our guests, Vanessa and Becca. So, welcome to the show. Yeah. So, we've seen you a couple of times, Vanessa. We'll look at the VT again later on in the show as well. So, just talk to us about how you got into netball originally.
I used to play at school and in guides, and then didn't do anything for a while, then got back into it. Somebody asked me if I was interested in playing one evening in the local league. Went along and started playing again, enjoyed it. And a few years later, my son was starting primary school, and they did like football and things like that out of school club for the boys, but nothing for the girls. So I offered to go along one evening a week and do some netball. Oh, and it just grew from there. The girls, as they left this primary school, wanted to continue and come back. So we started the club in April 2000.
Wow, and it's gone just from strength to strength there.
Yeah.
How many members did you start off with, and how many have you got now?
Well, we started with just the juniors, and we started really with that year 7, 8, 9 group, the girls that were leaving. So we maybe only had about 30 or 40, but now in total we've maybe got about 100 on the books.
Oh wow, that's brilliant. And Becca, you've been with the club how long now?
About 2.5 years.
Yeah, so were you playing netball before then?
Yeah, I played at a previous club but moved to Brigg because it was a lot better training and the coaches were a lot better.
Oh, that's very complimentary. You have to say that though, you sat next to her. So what is it about Brigg Netball Club that you think is kind of stands them above everybody else?
The training sort of just brings you on a lot better than other clubs have, and they just succeed within the games, and the teams are just so friendly and you just get along with everyone. It's just a really friendly atmosphere.
Good. And do you play with the same kind of age range, or is it based on skill? How does it work?
It mainly bases on skill, so you play for your own age group, and then like if you're developing, then you can play upwards. Like I play for the under-16s, then I play for the teams that are above that as well, for like seniors and stuff. So.
Oh, brilliant. And you've just recently moved more towards the coaching side of it.
Yeah.
How are you finding that?
I coach like the high fives, and that's really cute because it's nice seeing them like develop as they get on. And like I'm not 16 yet, so when I turn 16 in July, then I'm gonna go for the award and just see what happens from there.
Brilliant. Oh, well, we'll have a catch up now with the rest of your colleagues and players as well, so we'll see what they've got to say. One of the things that did come out of it as well, Vanessa, that we'll touch on later on, is that they are very complimentary about you. So that's nice that you can sit here feeling all proud of your team. So we'll catch up with the VT now. Let's have a look.
Thank you.
So having spoken to Vanessa, our cameras went down to Brigg Community Hall to see Vanessa and her club in action. Here they are.
Hi, welcome to Brigg Netball Club. My name's Vanessa and I'm the head coach here and the founder. The club's been established since the year 2000. We started in April with a lottery grant, and we've just gone on from strength to strength from there, developing coaches, developing umpires, as well as obviously developing the players themselves. So I got into coaching just before we started the club, so maybe the late 1990s, 98, 99. My son started at a local primary school, and I offered to do an out-of-school club for them. They did football training for the boys but nothing for the girls. That materialised. The local council sports development officer at the time got really interested in the fact that was doing something, and with her support I got my basic introductory level 1 coaching award. The girls then, as they moved on to secondary school, wanted to continue netball, so we decided we'd start up the club, and that's the background of how we started.
Hi, my name's Bryony. I've been playing netball at Brigg since I was 8. I'm now 22. I got involved in Brigg because Vanessa was doing a little show and tell thing at the local leisure centre, and we were there for a little gala thing, and my mum said she fancied playing. I had a little go for it in the morning and decided to come every Saturday. Vanessa's helped me develop as a player, personally just through doing the trainings every week, playing with high quality players. She's done all the coaching development she can do. Her umpires have gone to every umpiring development they can do to get as high as they possibly can. She works with the pathways to get you into county, regional, get you into NTL and then get you into England. She's got all the right focus and drive to get you to where you want to be.
Hi, I'm Catherine Mulligan and I'm 15 years old. I've come to this club because it's the top two, it's one of the top two clubs in Lincoln, and it's good for training and it helps me progress my netball. The benefits of coming to the club are I can develop my skills to improve my game, such as shooting, develop my technique so it's harder for the defenders to defend, and it helps me improve my fitness so I can perform better on court.
Why do I keep doing the club? Personally, I get quite a lot out of it. It's a fantastic environment. It's become like a big extended family. My husband and my son are both actively involved. They're both umpires and coaches. We just get so much out of it. To see the girls progress, to be part of it, it's satisfying. And for me personally, it's something totally different to work. So it's a release and a total get out from what I do.
It's really good that Vanessa can get that far, and she's a really good coach. She's one of the highest coaches standard that you can get, and for it locally it's brilliant.
The best thing I like about Vanessa is she's always helpful, she gives great advice, and she's always there to help me.
Within 14 years, the club's changed quite a lot. When I first started, it was just children coming, and now it's got over 6 adult teams and children's of every age group. We did only train on a Saturday for an hour, and now the club runs from 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock, and then we train on a Thursday as well. And we did do matches on a Tuesday night and matches on a Sunday night.
So if you want to find out more about Brigg Netball Club and interested in coming along to join us, or even maybe sponsoring us or one of the teams, then please look at www.briggnetball.co.uk.
Vanessa, that was really high praise from your team there, so that must be brilliant to hear.
Lovely, thank you.
Yeah, they'll all get a drink on the house as well when you see them next. So what do you think your secret to success is over the last 14 years?
We always say that it's a family-run club, and we try and have that family atmosphere and environment within it, but there's other coaches that come and help us. They've all involved family-wise as well. Maybe their daughters play, or they do mums and do some help with admin and fundraising and things like that. My own husband and son both coach and umpire, so we have, you know, a proper family-run club, and we just give a lot to it because we get a lot out of it. Oh,
brilliant. And that's something I wanted to mention actually, is your men's team, because that's quite unusual for netball. So how did that come about?
Really, with my son and my husband wanting to play and getting involved, and then some of the other boyfriends and husbands will come along and have a go as well.
Oh, brilliant. So less of the basketball, more the netball.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, brilliant.
Definitely.
And would you agree, Becca, with the kind of secret to success kind of thing?
Yeah, because the whole teams throughout the age range, they go for it and they win, so it's got to come from the coaches, really.
Yeah, definitely, from the top down, so that's brilliant. And what do you think Becca's got to look forward to in terms of the coaching? Because it's quite a big change for players to go towards coaching. So.
Yeah, I mean, she's still got to concentrate on her own playing because she's got many years left in herself yet. And she's playing now at regional level as well, senior regional, so she's got lots to do there. But it's the enjoyment that the kids get when the younger ones, and the fact that they look up to her and they're saying, "Is Becca here today?" Is Becca coming to the match? So that's really nice.
Yeah.
And she'll get a lot out of that side of it as well.
There you go, lots to look forward to. And just talk to us about your qualification, because you're not just a part-time coach that does it for a hobby. You put a lot of commitment into this as well, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a level 3 coach, which is at the moment the highest you can get in netball. They are writing a level 4, but we'll see what happens about that. So I'm the only level 3 in Lincolnshire, and I was the first in East Midlands. So yeah, it takes a lot, and from a point of view, our average week, Monday nights we do the one of the academies for 2 hours. Tuesday nights I either go to Yorkshire Jets franchise junior under 19 squad, or I go to Yorkshire regional in Bradford. Wednesday nights I either go to East Midlands regional performance under 19 squad, or I do the South Academy Pathway programme in Sleaford. Thursday night we have our own club session for like 2.5 hours. Friday's rest day or planning day, because Saturday we're out on the games from 9:30 in the morning. We get to the courts, and from the courts for the juniors matches we go straight to club training till 5 o'clock in the evening. And then Sunday's matches again, we're either down at Loughborough with the regional squads, in Lincoln with the county squads, or I go training with the Yorkshire girls at Sheffield.
Oh my goodness, Becca, this is what you've got to look forward to. This is going to be your life.
It does become your life, but it's good.
Brilliant. And it's quite a lot of theory as well. Becca, are you prepared for that? Have you got kind of the mind for sitting down and doing your revision and things?
Yeah.
I suppose with you being 15, you've got GCSEs and things.
Yeah, 'cause
it'll be drilled into you. So what are you looking forward to getting out of your coach?
I think it's mainly just seeing the players develop in themselves, and like Vanessa said, they all come up running to you and give you like big hugs. It's just nice seeing them come on and like wanting to improve themselves.
Yeah.
And like, they look up to you to do that for them. So.
Oh, brilliant. And if you can show them by example and things, then that's even better. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Well, good luck with everything. And you can also catch you on Twitter at BrigNetball.
That's right.
Perfect. There you go. See, we've got you in there in the end. That's all we've got time for this half. But stay with us for part 2 when Tom Reid will be joining us to discuss Team Talk, as well as providing us with his reflections of this week's sport. We'll also be bringing you Hull Stingrays ice hockey highlights from the weekend, where they took on Coventry Blaze at the Ice Arena. See you in part 2. Welcome back. Join us in the second half is our pundit Tom Reid. Before we chat more netball with our studio guests Vanessa and Becca, let's first round up all of the sporting results from across the region in Team Talk. Starting with football, Hull City slipped into the bottom 3 in the Premiership this weekend as they were held to a goalless draw at home to the fellow strugglers West Brom. In the FA Cup, Scunthorpe nearly became the latest victims of a giant killing act as they could only manage a 1-1 draw at home to Conference North side Worcester City. With a potentially lucrative third-round draw at stake, the Iron will now have to travel 150 miles for the replay and will be received by, no doubt, a large Worcester crowd who were able to muster up more than 2,000 fans for Saturday's game. There were no games for either Lincoln or Grimsby at the weekend, although with other conference matches going ahead, both sides found themselves slipping down the league table. Lincoln from 14th to 15th and the Mariners from 2nd to 5th. In the Conference North, North Ferriby United missed an opportunity to jump to 6th in the table as they wasted a string of chances before going down 1-0 to bottom of the table Hyde. Better news for Cleethorpes Town, however, who thumped mid-table Pickering Town 6-2 in the Northern Counties East League to remain in 9th spot in the league. In Rugby Union, it was a bad weekend for the local teams with defeats for Market Raisin and Louth, Hull and Grimsby. And our local teams fared no better in lacrosse, where Hull went down 1-0 to Loughborough. So, Tom, tough times for Hull this season, now in the bottom 3 of the Premiership. Yeah. Where do you think their season's going to go from here?
Well, it's tough because, you know, we talked about it on this show and other shows that they've got the best squad they've ever had at the minute and they nearly got in Europa League, so they're a good team. I think they'll get out of it. Steve Bruce is building a good team there. They have had a tough run of fixtures. I think that's why they're in the bottom 3.
Okay.
When the fixtures become kinder, I think they'll get out of it.
Yeah. Do you think there's any particular reason why they're playing the way they are and not quite getting the results? Do you think it is just their opponents or anything that they could do?
Possibly their opponents, yeah. They've obviously played Southampton, lost there, which they're the informed side, but then they played Burnley and lost. I don't know if it's a confidence thing or what's going on the training pitch. Obviously there's players injured as well, which makes a difference. They need all the players to be on top form. That's a massive factor. It could be that.
Yeah, and going to another struggling team in the area, we've got Scunthorpe. As you said before the show, they are on the up.
Yeah.
How do you think that everything's going to turn out for them?
I think it's looking all right at the moment. Mark Robbins has changed the fortunes massively. I mean, look where they was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
They hadn't won a game or one game in the league, and now, you know, they are on the up. I think they've only lost 1 now with Robbins, and that 1-1 draw in the cup as well. It's looking up.
Do you think the cup's going to be a distraction for them, like we often see with Grimsby Town, or do you think it's going to be a welcome one for them?
I don't know. If they can get good results in it, obviously it's going to be a confidence boost, but if they're going to get thrashed 5-0, I don't think that's going to help. I think at the moment they could probably do without the cup games being where they are in the table. They could probably want a league fixture, but you know, any game, you win any game, you get confidence from it. Yeah,
definitely. And just very quickly, Grimsby Town are now 5th. Do you think they deserve to be where they are?
Yes, yeah, they've drawn silly games this season at home against teams they should be beating. You know, they've only got themselves to blame there with dropping points. So 5th is still a good position to be in. But
definitely. Fingers crossed. Well, thank you very much for your input on that one. Turning to ice hockey now, and the Hull Stingrays were looking to put back-to-back league defeats behind them as they took on fellow strugglers Coventry Blaze at the Hull Arena. Let's take a look at how they got on.
The lights are on and we are just about ready to play. It doesn't look like it's full brightness yet. You can still see a few shadows under the players' skates, but we are ready to go. Referee Mike Hicks has the puck. The linesmen are Phil Sewell and Luke Palmer, and we are underway here. Elite League ice hockey action on a Saturday night at the Hull Arena. Not that he wasn't meant to. And now it's Galbraith. Backhand shot. Oh, it's beaten Stewart. Galbraith has scored a goal on the backhand side, and it's the Stingrays who take the lead. And Stewart will probably want that one back. Galbraith moving to centre ice. And he's not really got a lot of options. And Stewart, well, he hasn't done that a lot this season. He's been beaten by a soft one. His own plays are dangerous, and they've scored. Frischmann has levelled it up. Out of the corner, right in front, and slammed in from close range. And the Stingrays weren't able to get the puck clear. It was good work from Arndt. And you can see all the white shirts driving to the net. That one hasn't so much. The Stingrays have taken it through Havato. Meyer wants the pass. Meyer gets it, and the shot hits Rawlick. Not sure if Stewart was going to get across in time, but the block from Rawlick was a good one. And Pasha's wrist shot is saved, and the follow-up is slammed in. The Stingrays are back in front. Stewart couldn't. And now Lozon with the pass out. Gathered in by Havato. Joining the play is Lozon, shooting, and the tip from Meyer doesn't. Pasha calls for the pass, gets it. Oh, and the save is made by Stewart, and again the net is kicked off. And the Blaze short-handed, trying to make something happen. Played right across, and the goal is scored. Cowley's got onto the end of it, and the Blaze have notched one short-handed. Stingrays caught cold at the start of the period. And a big chance goes missing. Davis. Meyer races forward. Meyer! The Blaze missed their short-handed chance. And Jordan Meyer hasn't missed anything this season. The save is made by Brown. They're going to score, the Blaze. They have. Tanaka. 3-3. Just a matter of seconds between the two goals. And the Blaze have equalised for a third time. And you could see it coming as Tanaka gets onto the puck and Brown can't get across in time. Now looking for a pass back to the blue line. Jameson. One timer wasn't on for Osman, so he just played the pass. Osman goes for it this time, and it's tipped by Galbraith. Beautiful redirect from Osman's shot. And the Stingrays lead for the fourth time tonight. There's Davis. Looks for the pass, gets it to Jameson. Shot through traffic is saved and covered by Stewart. And then Chalmers wants to have a little bit of a push and a shove. Final 5 seconds. Lozon with the shot, big deflection, and in! It may have come off O'Mara, who's holding his face. I think it'll be a 5-on-4 goal, but a huge deflection. And there could be an opportunity for the Stingrays down the ice, but just wide. They're short-handed, so there's no icing, and that ends the game. The Stingrays are winners tonight by 5-3.
A great result for Omar Pasha's Stingrays there, who nearly made it a weekend double in Scotland as they were narrowly defeated 6-4 by top-of-the-table Braehead Clan. Encouraging signs then for the Stingrays, who were also boosted this week by the signing of highly rated Canadian forward Jordan Knox, who's been playing in Poland since the start of this season. So Vanessa, I just want to talk to you about what you want to develop with in your own personal ways in netball.
I don't know about more qualifications at this stage, but I have the great opportunity. I work with Yorkshire Jets, the franchise, and working with both East Midlands and Netball Yorkshire with the regional girls and the regional performance under 17, under 19s. There's some of the current England squad there, as well as the seniors within the Yorkshire Jets setup. So I'm getting exposure to that level of player, and through the connections there, I often get invited to some of the coaching sessions with the England girls. So just to develop, you know, to watch other coaches at that level, work with them players, obviously, and then I bring that back and work with Becca and the squads, the different squads back at club.
Brilliant. And as we heard earlier, you are pretty busy already.
Yep.
So you can't really cram too much more in. So if they had a level 4, do you think you would go for it?
I'd never say never.
I can imagine you wouldn't be able to help yourself. And Becca, what have you got coming up in the season that you're
Well,
looking
we've got the
forward to?
opportunity again to go to like regional and then nationals for both under 16 and under 19. So I think the gameplay and the competition towards that in both teams again would just be amazing, and just work hard for it.
Yeah, definitely. Are you looking forward to kind of balancing the coaching and the playing side of it, or what do you think's your priority?
Well, I
at the
do a
minute?
bit of all of them. So like a bit of playing, a bit of umpiring, a bit of coaching. So I'm like eligible now for the C award, which I'm working towards currently, and then when I'm old enough to go for that, and just look forward to that in the future.
Brilliant. Reedy, do you reckon you can play netball?
No. Tried it in school once or twice, then just never played it again.
There you go.
Fancy the short skirt.
Nah, not for netball anyway.
I've seen him on a Saturday, don't worry. He likes the short skirts. Yeah, so it's brilliant that we've been able to talk to you tonight as well and find out a little bit more about the coaching. So best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see a lot more of you in the future, Becca, with all your coaching. So good luck
you.
with everything. So thank you very much to both of our guests. Now over to Tom Reed to provide us with his reflections on the last week in sport.
Scunthorpe United have one foot in the FA Cup third round as they earned a replay against Conference North side Worcester City. Matt Roberts has already started to turn things around on the pitch for the Iron, but they shouldn't take Worcester City lightly as they knocked out Coventry in the last round. Lincoln City have now parted company with Gary Simpson. Chris Moyses and Grant Brown are appointed as the new management team just before the club hit the hectic Christmas period. As we mentioned, Hull City now sit in relegation. A small minority of fans are asking the question, should he stay or should he go? I personally think the club should stick with him. He's been a fantastic manager for them so far, having almost reached the Europa League group stages. Ronnie O'Sullivan is still at it, winning the UK Championships. It's another achievement to add to his professional 23-year career. He's recently said he'll play to any tournament he can get to, and good luck to him. And finally, Chelsea's unbeaten run came to an end at Newcastle, showing even the best teams can lose.
Absolutely, thank you very much, Tom. And don't forget you can catch On the Bench Extra on Saturdays at 10 o'clock, where you can catch lovely Tom's face and also Tom Hardy. He'll be discussing lots of the local football news from around the region, so catch that on Saturdays. I'd like to also thank my guests Vanessa and Becca from Brigg Netball Club and wish the club continued success in the future. Join us again, same time, same place next week for another jam-packed episode of On the Bench. And just before we go, the whole team wishes Joe White a quick recovery as he came off his bike recently and broke his nose. All the best for On the Bench. Quick recovery, Joe. See you later. Bye for now.